Yo, what's going on? This is Tariq Nasheed, and I'm out here in Atlanta at Midtown Arts Theater. And this Friday, July 19th, you can come here to the Midtown Arts Theater to see the movie Microphone Check. It's going to be in theaters for a whole week out here. So we want to see you this Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the whole weekend and the whole week to come on out here and see this film, Microphone Check, the hottest documentary film in the world right now. So come here to the Midtown Arts Theater. Go to microphonecheck.com for more information. Microphonecheck.com for more information.
A lot of hip hop radio, quote unquote, they're acting like Microphone Check don't even exist. They know what's up. So a lot of these people have a vested interest in erasing our culture and our history and taking it away from us. And we cannot let that happen, family. There's a reason why I'm bouncing all over the country right now promoting this movie. And by the way, Microphone Check will be in theaters in multiple cities this Friday. You can get your tickets now. You go on microphonecheck.com. You can get your tickets. Indianapolis, Indiana, get your tickets, microphonecheck.com. Atlanta for the Midtown Arts Theater, get your tickets right now, microphonecheck.com. Philadelphia, this is going to be the Philadelphia world premiere. We didn't have the screening in Philadelphia before. So Philadelphia, they've been asking for it. You're going to get it Friday. It starts Friday. It's going to be playing all week. Go see it this weekend, Philadelphia. Well, I really want to see Philly in the building because we got the Philly legend, Cornbread, in the movie. Washington, D.C., where I am right now, East Street Cinema. Get your tickets now. New York, I'm going to be in New York with you, Quad Cinema. Get your tickets now, microphonecheck.com. Chicago at the Century Center Cinema. That's on Clark Street in Chicago. Get your tickets now. All right. And all my LA people, the last day, it's playing now in LA. The last day is going to be Thursday. So you got to tomorrow and Thursday to go see it, all of my LA people. So get your tickets at microphonecheck.com. It's important, family, because if people can erase the culture and take you away from it and give it to other people, again, they're taking resources away from the originators. That's why every time we create genres, the originators are somewhere broke and destitute, and all of these other vultures are circling around making money hand over fist. The same thing with rock and roll, man. With rock and roll, all the original rock and roll players are sitting up in a shack in the Delta, Mississippi Delta somewhere, can't rub two nickels together. And you got the Rolling Stones and the Beatles and all of these people who took their styles, just going out here making money hand over fist. You understand? Well, enough of that. Enough of that. They're doing the same thing with hip hop now, family, because this has a lot of financial ramifications. Because with the Olympics talking about hip hop, there's going to be a lot of money out here, a lot of money flowing, and they're making Latinos the face of it. Because what they really want to do, they're trying to make Latinos the sole creators. That's really what they're trying to do. They're trying to make Latinos the real creators, and then we actually got it from them. That's why if you go to hip hop radio in most of these coastal cities, we keep pointing it out, you have a lot of Latino programmers and DJs running the show at these places. That's one of the reasons why you're not seeing them talk about Microphone Check. So when all of these financial opportunities pop up, a bunch of Latinos hop up in here and say, hey, we created it too. So yeah, we're experts. That's why every time we talk about hip hop, we get some random Latino coming in our circles, acting like they know more than us, trying to pull rank, especially if they are from New York somewhere. They think that being in New York gives them some type of specialized knowledge that we don't have. No, it doesn't. We have to check all that stuff, family. It's very, very important that we check that stuff. So it's very important that everybody, man, really go support Microphone Check. You know, it's a phenomenal movie on its own. That's one thing. It's just simply a phenomenal movie, and many of you've seen it already. You know how phenomenal the movie is. but just the other political and social political ramifications behind it makes it that much more important. Because yeah, this is something that's very serious out here, man. We can't keep allowing people to erase our damn culture. I'm jet setting everywhere, man. I was in Atlanta yesterday. I'm out here in DC now. Shout out to Washington, DC. I'm doing a television show here tomorrow. Then I'm going to New York. So I'm all over the place. And shout out to DC. I went to Oohs and Ahs. What my DC people? I got me a plate at Oohs and Ahs, and I just warmed it up and ate some leftovers. So if I get the itis, don't trip. Oohs and Ahs, if you come out here to DC, it's a black-owned joint, soul food spot, good as hell. What my DC people? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Nigga, I had me a turkey leg plate. Some turkey legs, some greens, and some mac and cheese. Nigga, I started to do this broadcast sitting in a bathtub to wash the itis off my ass, nigga. I had an itis meal. Good as hell. So if y'all come out here to DC, check out Oohs and Ahs. Very good spot out here. Love DC. A lot of stuff we got to talk about while we're waiting on everybody to pop up in the room. Y'all give me a retweet, and then we'll get some calls a little bit later. But y'all give me a retweet, ladies and gentlemen. Retweet this live. Let everybody know we're on live right now. People are still talking about the RNC convention, and people are really getting on Amber Rose bumper. They let Amber Rose speak, and they presented her as a quote unquote rapper. I'm like, okay, when the hell? When did Amber Rose rap? Did she rap? I mean, she done banged a bunch of rappers, but I didn't know she rapped. So they had her speak, and what's interesting, a lot of the suspected white supremacist right wingers, they didn't like her. They didn't like her up there. They didn't like her up there because Amber was kind of pandering. She's like, "Oh yes, I was critical of Trump, but now I'm here. I found my people." And people are like, "Oh, what you mean by that?" Because she's played this racial three-card Monte game. She'll be black one week, and then she'll holler about she ain't black, and then she's biracial. She plays that three-card Monte thing. And I've always said Amber Rose's funny style. But she was up here, stomping for Trump, and they had a bunch of Sambos on there. And a lot of the white supremacist males, she rubbed them the wrong way. And let me tell you why. The reason why she rubbed them the wrong way is because she's not a bed wench. That's the thing. She sleeps with too many black dudes. See, they can accept it. Candace Owens. Candace Owens is a bed wench. See, a non-white woman, or even a white woman or whoever, they don't want women of any race who sleeps with black men as their spokesperson at all. You understand what I'm saying? They don't like that at all. If you are a woman of any type of ethnicity, especially if you are black, biracial, whatever, they damn near require you to be a bed wench. They do not want you as a spokesperson because they understand who you lay up with. You take somewhat of the swag and somewhat of the ideologies of the people you lay up with. They understand this. I've told people this for years. If you lay up with a certain group of males, you're going to take on the ideologies and the mannerisms of those males. In LA, you can tell black girls who lay up with a bunch of Mexican dudes, they kind of have a chola vibe to them. You understand? You kind of take on the sensibilities of the people you lay up with. The Candace Owens, she lays up with zaddies all the time, so she takes on the sensibility and the mindset of a white supremacist. So a lot of white girls who lay up with black dudes, they start talking with ebonics and all of this stuff every now and then. You know what I'm saying? So women usually take on the ideologies and the sensibilities of the dudes they lay up with. And the white supremacists are very aware of this. That's why they tell white women, once you go black, you can't come back. Oh no, you're essentially a Negro now. The only way the white woman can come back is if she says she was drugged or coerced sexually. That's the only way they can come back. That's why they be putting them bogus charges on people, like our good brother Bill Cosby. That was their way of getting back into whiteness. You know, you better understand the socio-political ramifications of these things. But here's the thing with the Republicans. The Republicans, they had an opportunity to use that Trump situation, the assassination attempt. They could have appealed to some of the white moderates, some of these other people who are on the fence. They could have appealed to a more diverse base. They chose to kind of double down on some of their white supremacist rhetoric, which was dumb. They almost shooting themselves in the foot to a certain degree. You already have the white supremacist voter base. You already got them. It would have been smarter for them to kind of branch out a little bit. But no, they're doubling down. They had their Sambos on there talking about black on black crime and ain't no racism in America and all of this goofy ass stuff. And then they had one chick, one of these right wing nigresses hopping on Twitter, and they put a battery in her back. She was going off on black people. Y'all black people are stupid. All y'all black people sitting up here wishing Trump got assassinated. Get the F out of here. Y'all stupid. I mean, just and they put a battery in her back. And the Republicans, this is why y'all dumb as hell. Man, you guys basically got y'all gonna win this thing by a landslide. All you gotta do is not be racist as hell for 4 months. And you can't do that. That's why I'm not supporting I'm not supporting the Republicans. This is why I'm not supporting anybody unless they have some tangibles for us. And a lot of these political parties, they're talking about black people, but they ain't offering nothing. At the RNC, they were talking about black people, talking about Chicago and ain't no racism. They all talking about us because when there's a tragedy among white supremacists, they always got to get on code and say, hey, listen, we can't be fighting each other. We got to understand the real enemy is the niggers. We got to get on code. Let's stay focused. We cannot be fighting each other. That's why over there in the Gaza situation, the Israel Palestine, we ain't got nothing to do with that. They keep trying to get us to be interjected into that conversation. Notice that they keep trying to get us to, specifically foundational black Americans, they keep trying to get us to chime in on their situation so they can attack us. That's the only reason they do it, so they can attack us. That's why we're like, no, we ain't got nothing to do with none of that. And at the RNC, Trump got popped by another suspected white nationalist, because that guy has some real funny style ties. And they're sitting up here talking about black crime in Chicago. You see? We're always the go-to people. And Biden, oh my goodness, Biden, he was campaigning at some kind of event and they had the NAACP there. And Biden, I don't know if they gave him something because he was yelling at the audience. So they done gave him some kind of shot with something. They got some kind of drug or something that they gave him to kind of turn him up so it'll snap his little old mind together for a minute, because he was yelling loud as hell at the audience, making all these promises. When I get in the White House, I got promises. We're gonna do some great things for the black community. And listen, black jobs. You know what a black job is? The vice president of the United States. Like, black where? You know what another black job is? Barack Obama, the first black president. Nigga, black where? Come on, what you talking about? Black vice president? Who? Mike Pence? Who are you talking about? It can't be Kamala. Black where? And please, the hell is you talking about? That woman, y'all, she's East Indian. Every time something gets popping, she only gets black right around election season. And the minute the election is over, East Indian again. All the hot sauce and all of the collard greens, that disappears. And here's the tandoori chicken and the curry. Yeah, they're making tandoori chicken all over the damn place. So he's yelling how black Kamala is, and I'm like, oh God, these people have lost their damn minds, man. And he's yelling like a maniac. You know what a black job is? Nigga, please. Oh man, these people are insane, man. These people are utterly insane, and I ain't rocking with none of them. That's why I said, man, I'm voting for the couch. Unless somebody can give us something tangible, I am voting for that couch, ladies and gentlemen. I am not rocking with these people. We're gonna get some calls in a minute. How many folks we got in here? All right, let's get we got 800. We get 1,000 people, then I'm gonna take calls. When we get to 1,000, we're gonna take calls. Did y'all see? There's a video of our brother Umar. Umar, and I'm not trying to beat up on Umar, but people were getting on Umar's bumper because Umar was talking about Kendrick's song, and he was like, "I want Kendrick to reach out to me because Kendrick, are you trying to say that they not like us, the Africans? The Africans in Canada are not like the Africans in America. The Africans in Canada are not like the Africans in America." So he's like, I need Kendrick to reach out to me. Okay. Umar's he's late for the train. Yeah. As the top pan Africanist, I want to know where Kendrick is coming from when they're not like us. Family, the delineation movement is here. We're not doing that. We all African. No, we're just not doing that. And a lot of people in the comments are just clowning poor Umar. It's people are clowning heavy. Listen, we're just not doing the idealistic, global, we all the same, because unfortunately too many folks come over here and they ain't on the same page we on. We can't afford that no more. As foundational Black Americans, and Claude Anderson put me up on this game damn near a decade ago. And I had to play that recording that I had of Claude Anderson calling into my show one time, and we were talking about the role of Africans and us building, and he was like, "No, that's not going to happen." Claude Anderson broke this down to me, and we did it on a live. And I'm gonna play that when I get back home to LA. I'm gonna play that on my Sunday broadcast. But family, it's look, when we love our brothers and sisters globally, we do. We got love for our riders. We got love for the riders, but we're gonna have to be realistic. I'm a realist. The reality is, man, it's dangerous for us to be on some one-sided kumbaya-ism, thinking that, hey, we gotta hold hands with everybody and prop them up, and everybody who's melanated is our brother, because they don't see that themselves. That has to be a mutual thing. It can't be one-sided. And I am not holding the bag for no damn body. I'm not sitting here holding the door open for people for them to come and slam it and kick the damn lock shut on us, because that's what's been happening. And unfortunately, we can sit up here and talk about how we all one big global family, but too many tethers come over here and work against us. Mainly Obama, mainly Kamala. What's that Byron? What's that other new tether who's running around with the Republicans? I can't think of his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. This other tether who looks like a melanated regular Black person, but he gets to talking about, yeah, we should get reparations. We don't need reparations. We don't need no reparations is bad. Where you from? Well, Panamanian and Jamaican. My family's from Panama and Jamaica. Okay. You see, this is why we can't do that. We can't sit here talking about how we're some type of big old global family and you got people who are undermining things for us. That's the reality of it. We just got to be realist. You understand? That's the reality. You got too many people who are trying to undermine us. And listen, once we start delineating, we've made a lot of progress in a short period of time just by saying, hey, we're going to focus on our lineage. We're not dumping on anybody, but we're going to focus on our lineage right now because we have to get certain tangibles and things straight for us. And the fact that we stop letting any and everybody come among us and act as spokespersons, that has alleviated a lot of the sabotage. You understand that? Because we've been getting sabotaged from the inside by so many damn tethers for so many years, man. we've been getting sabotaged. That's the reality. Because these tethers, they've been around for a minute. We just been sitting up here thinking, okay, they're melanated like me, so they must think like me. No. And we've been sitting up here letting these folks run this game on us forever. And run little scams. They've been around us for a minute, man, that we just never picked up on it. The Shirley Chisholms. We got to pick up on what did she really bring to the table. She was a Caribbean, and she was the one bringing in all of that gender stuff, all that feminism stuff. These were tethers doing that. We got to understand a lot of the little scams and finesses that's been going around for a minute. These been tethers doing that. They're doing a Lifetime movie about Miss Cleo. They got our sister, the Lady of Rage, playing Miss Cleo. It's real random. And shout out to Rage. I love Rage. But how many of y'all remember Miss Cleo? If you're old enough to remember the psychic Miss Cleo, raise your hand. If y'all are old enough to remember back on BET, back in the 90s, it was like the psychic thing was real big. They had this whole thing where people would call up and people would be psychics. It was a big old finesse, but it was a big thing in the 90s. And one of the biggest ones was this woman named Miss Cleo, who had this Jamaican accent, and she was talking about how she can read people's future and all of that. And she wasn't born in Jamaica. She was born in LA. Her name is Yuri something. But she was Caribbean, though. She was actually Caribbean. And the thing is, she fell off because she ran a whole bunch of scams and she was finessing. It was just scams left and right. And she ended up dying back in 2016, but she was running all types of scams. You know? So we had people like that among us scamming left and right, and we just weren't picking up that these people weren't really from our lineage like that. They've been around. They've been around doing little weird stuff. You see? And we just never picked up on it.
In the rhythm of life, there's a melody that dances with every step we take. And in those steps, there's a tale of legacy, of culture, and of the spirits that guide us. Introducing Root Work, where tradition and heritage intertwine. Crafted from the essence of foundational Black American root work deodorant is more than just a scent. It's a connection to the spirits of our ancestors, with 6 enchanting scents to choose from, each infused with the potent High John the Conqueror root, known for its healing and protective properties. Long-lasting and enchanting, Root Work deodorant will keep you feeling fresh while embracing the spirit of Mojora, the very essence of Root Work culture. Root Work deodorant, where tradition and heritage intertwine. Experience the power at rootworkstyle.com. Let your spirit dance in the rhythm of Root Work.